Congratulations on picking up this course. You've made a very wise decision. So you should go through this course sequentially, meaning you should go ahead and start with the first training and then go through each of them one by one. If you see a section that looks more interesting than others, I suggest you just wait until you get to it. You can always skip ahead and check it out, but you'll miss some things that probably are related to what you're watching at that time. And a lot of times in the videos, I make reference back to previous videos. Excuse me. So go ahead and start with the first lecture and then just go all the way through one by one. And if you have any questions, that's what the Facebook group is for. So you can go ahead and join the Facebook group. And also the benefit of joining the Facebook group is you get to network with other marketers on Facebook, and we can share our stats, we can share our CPMs, we can help each other set benchmarks, and help each other as we are going through the experience of marketing on Facebook. I'm on Facebook marketing every single day. It's my full-time job. I have big clients, so I'm on there all the time, and I'm always ready and willing to help. So thanks again for checking this course out, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Hey guys, welcome to the training, and in this video I'm going to show you about how to create a Facebook page, because before you get started you need a Facebook business page, and this is different from your profile page. And I've seen quite a few people that have created or tried to create business pages on their profile pages, and you don't want to do this for many reasons, which you will see in the training. And first I'd like to point out this don't get distracted by Facebook, and you can see here I have no newsfeed, and that is a Google Chrome extension I used called Kill Newsfeed. So you can look up and install that if you want, and it is very useful because when you're on Facebook and you're trying to market and do things, you'll notice that you'll often get distracted by all the things that start popping up in your newsfeed, and then you'll start looking at other things. I've noticed that my productivity has gone up quite a lot since I added this Chrome plugin. To get onto the training, the first thing we're going to do is create your page. You can do that in several different ways. First way, you can go here to create page, or you can come down here to pages and click create page here. Both will take you to this place, and then you're going to choose which type of page fits your business. So for this example, we'll just create a product page. So for this one, let's make it a page about cameras and photos. And let's name this one My Camera Shop. Get started. Now, depending on which one of these you choose will determine what you have to fill in on each of these. Some of them have different things that you have to fill in. Like if you're a business with a location, then you can choose, you can enter your business address. So here you're going to first type about your page, and you have 155 characters to write it, so it's just going to be a few sentences to tell people the basics of your business. And then here you can create your own Facebook URL. So you're going to want to name this according to whatever your business name is, so that it's easy for people to remember and for easy to you remember. So I'll call it My Camera Shop. Your description should be better than this, but this is just for example. Actually, I'm just gonna skip this. Okay, for your profile picture, if you want to see what sizes you should be using for your profile, then you can come here to facebook.com/page sizes dimensions, and you can see all of the different sizes, and so you'll know where to position your pictures or images or text so that they don't get covered up by the profile picture and the text. So the profile picture should be 180 by 180 pixels, and then you can see here all the dimensions for this one. Oh, and also you can get the cheat sheet here for Photoshop, so you don't have to set the guidelines. Okay, so after you have your 180 by 180 profile picture, which would be something that is attractive about the business or people can identify your business too, like a logo, then you're going to add it to your favorites, and this is so that it shows up in your favorite sidebar over here when you look at your newsfeed. And then next you're going to set your preferred page audience. So if you want to reach people in a specific location, then you can set it here. You can set the age, demographics, you can set what they're interested in as well, and this will be so that you get more targeted people on your page. So you can see here, this is where you can add your photo. You can go through all of their welcome message if you want. So you just click add photo here or add a cover here, and then you can upload what you want. Now you're going to want to have your website linked here, and you can just click it and then add your website and add a brief description about your page as well. You are going to come up here and create a call to action button. You can do contact us or watch a video or any of these. If you don't know what else to do, then just put contact us and then put the link to your website contact us page. And then after that, you're going to come here, and this is where your page settings are. So we're going to go through these one by one. Page is not added to your favorites. You should have added that to your favorites. I just didn't because this is just an example. Page is published. Anyone can publish to the page. Anyone can add photos or video to the page. Now you may not want this. I usually set this so that I have to review things in the beginning. Okay, then newsfeed audiences. This is if you only want certain audiences to see your post. I'll go over later how to create different audiences. Then you can select it here. If you want post to expire, like if it's a special offer that after it's no longer valid, then you can select an expiration date when the post will be unpublished. And messages, who can contact your page privately. I always allow this just in case someone wants to get in touch about business. You'll get some spam messages. That's an inevitable thing, but it won't be so many. Facebook is pretty good about cutting down on spammers. And then this one is an important one. Allow others to tag photos and videos published by my video shop. Country restriction, if you want to set it to a certain country, you can, so only people in that country can see it, but I recommend just leaving it to everyone, and then later you can just target who your ads are going to be shown to. And page moderation, this is where if you want to block certain words from being used on the page, you enter them here separated by a comma, and then you do save changes, and then anyone that tries to type any of those words, they'll be blocked. Profanity filter, you can turn it on so that it will automatically block profanity. And you can always choose to turn this off, but I recommend leaving it on so that you're recommended to others. Facebook doesn't often do that unless you pay them to, but anyway, just leave it on. And then you can choose about if the comments are shown by relevancy or not. And if you want to merge a page, but don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure you don't have any pages that you need to merge if you're just learning how to set up a page. And in the end, if you want to remove your page, you come down here and delete it. I'm not going to delete this yet because I still need to show you some other things on the page. So then you come down to page info, which is now the about. So you can go down here and you'll choose 3 words that describe your page. Your Facebook web address, you'll have entered that before. You don't have to do anything there, but if you click it, then you can add it there. You're going to write in impressium for your page. This can be motto or some other thing that if you have a tagline or something like that, you can use that here. And a long description for your page, go ahead and add a description here that is a decent length because that will help other people if they're looking for your page. You can enter the founded date for your company, any awards that you've gotten, and then you can enter your products here. So make sure that you fill out all of this information in the About section. Up here is where you'll be able to see your messages that people send you. Notifications are different activities and things on the page that you'll need to check out so you can interact with people and see what's happening. And then publishing tools, we'll cover this more in depth later, but this is where you can come to create a new post if you want. But you can do that directly on the page, so I never really use the publishing tool. And then you're not going to see any insights up here yet because there's no insights to show, but let me show you another one of my pages that I manage and you can see how it has insights on it. See, here are my messages, my notifications, and my insights here. And I'm going to go over insights and all of this other stuff in more detail later. This is just a quick overview of the page so you can see what the basics are. Also for your page, if you want to change your page settings by adding a person to the page to manage it, you can add an editor, or you can add an admin, or you can add moderator, advertiser, or an analyst. Admin has complete control. Editor, they can edit things and add posts and promote posts and stuff, but they can't change your page settings. Moderator is exactly that. They can moderate things and delete posts or delete comments and stuff. And advertisers can promote posts, and analysts can just look at the page insights. So for example, if you want to get advice from someone and you want them to see the page insights, but you don't want to give them any power on the page, then you would choose analyst. So that is it. Be sure to get your graphics created and a nice profile picture and a nice cover photo. There are lots of different cool things that you can do with the cover photos and profile pictures, make them match and go together and complement each other. And so if you're not very good with graphics, you can always get these made on Fiverr for $5. You just have to go on there and do a search for Facebook cover photo or something related to that, and you'll get a whole bunch of gigs. You just look at someone who seems to have some good stuff in their profile, and you pay $5 for a good one. And then you should change it and update it every so often just so it doesn't go stale. Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a little bit more about the call to action button. So I'm going to add one to one of my clients' pages right now, and so you can see how to do it. So all you have to do is just click on the create call to action. And for this one I'm going to do a contact us one. So I'm going to go to the contact us page on the website and copy the URL. Now I'm coming back here and add the URL in here. And then next. And that's it. If you want to change it later, all you have to do is edit call to action, and then you can change it to another one. And to show you very quickly all the other ones that they have a book now, so if you want to add a link in your website to your reservations page, you can do that. Contact us, I just showed you. Use app. If there's an app that you want people to use, you can put the name of the app or the website, the URL for the app in here. Play a game, same thing. You can put a URL in there. Shop now, same thing. You can put a URL inside here that goes to your shop page. Sign up. This is for autoresponder. And watch video. You can put a YouTube link to a video, or if you have a video on your website, you can put the link to the video in there. So that's the call to action button. You want to make sure that you add that to your page, and so that people can easily contact you or watch a video or go to your shop page or whatever you want them to do. All right, that's it. See you in the next video. Okay, now I'm going to show you about the page insights. And to get there, when you're on your Facebook page, you'll see in the top line, you'll see page, which will show you your page, notifications, which will show you all the notifications for that page, and insights. So first we have the overview, which will show you an overview of your page likes, post reach, and post engagement. And any of these you can click on them, and then you'll automatically go to that section. So you see now I'm in the likes section, where it shows me everything about my likes. So here is over time how your page has been growing. You can see this one is pretty steady, which is good. We'll show you over time as well, and you can change the dates. Now here you have your organic likes, and then this will be your paid likes here, the darker blue, and these are unlikes. And don't worry about unlikes, because you'll always have unlikes. It's just part of having a page. And then here you can see where your page likes happened. So this is page suggestions, API, uncategorized mobile, ads, and other. So the next thing we're going to come up to is the reach. And now here again we can change our dates for how we show the reach. So we can see here again the light orange is organic and the dark is paid. So you can see we have pretty good organic reach on this page. And then the next is visits. And now you'll see here were people visiting an app, a timeline, a photo tab, info, or other. So you can see from this time I was getting a lot to my app. And external refers means websites that have directed people to the Facebook page. And here we can see that KiteDS, which is my website where the app is hosted, that is why it has so many from here. No one was actually going to my website first and then being directed to the Facebook page. This just means that it's calculating all the people that were on the app as website visitors. But this is not actually external refer. All these people came from within Facebook. And if you'd like to compare your average over time, then you can by benchmarking. And then up here we have posts, which will show you the times when your posts are being viewed the most. So we can see here our peak hour is 9 p.m. with 28,000. And so if we wanted to reach the most amount of people, we would post from 7 to 9. And that's what we do on this page. We post at 6:30 to 7. And then here you can see all of your posts and their reach and their engagement. And if you put money on them, then you can see how much you have left. And you can also move your cursor over the different days and it will show you a line showing the difference between the different days as well. So you can see which day you're getting more people. For this one, it's pretty much stable, maybe a little bit more on Saturday. And next is videos, which it will show you all the different video views, organic and paid. Now this is how many seconds the video was viewed for. So people that viewed it for at least 30 seconds is 79. So next we come to people, and people is going to show you the people that like your page, a little bit about them. And so first we see 31% are women and 69% are men. And here are the ages, so 13 to 17, 4%, 18 to 24, 18%, and the women are on top and the men are on bottom. So the majority of people on the page are males from ages 18 to 24 from Cambodia, because here we see country that your fans are from. And then next is the people reached, and so these are the people that your post was served to in the past 28 days. And again, we can see 26% were women, 63 men, and again, the largest number of people reached was 18 to 24, but 25 to 34 was right behind it. So these are very close for people reached. And then people engaged is the people that engaged on the post. And again, males from 18 to 24 are the largest audience. So that's where you can see some insights on your page, see how your posts have been doing, see a little bit of information about the people on the page and the visits on the page, and a little bit where the visits are coming from. And again, you can see the reach. And if you want to see a much larger area, you can just move the date back. Now you can see at a glimpse over a long time how the reach was. And you can do the same for likes. So if we want to see the progress of likes, we can see here very quickly over time how quickly the page grew. And you can also export some of the insights as well. So let's say I wanted the page data or post data or video data. Let's say for this one I want post data and date range. Let's make it the month of July, like I'm making a report for my customer. And I can do XLS or CSV. I'll go XLS and export. So we can see here in the report that it includes these different tabs on the bottom. The key metrics is the one that you're going to be most interested in. And you can see it shows all the information about the different posts, the reach, organic reach, paid reach, impressions, negative feedback, organic views. You can see has a lot of different stats that it can show you. These ones over here, and I'll start on video views, and I didn't have any videos. That's why all of these are 0 like that. But I can easily look here and then see all of the results from all of my posts. So that's a pretty handy export feature. And one more thing that you should do is down here, pages to watch. This means that you're going to watch other pages that are related to yours or your competition to see how you are faring and measuring up against the others. Or if you just want to watch and see their strategies, see what they're doing, you can add different pages here. So when you're looking at your results, you can quickly check out all the results from the other pages that you're watching. And that is it for insights. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. I'll see you. Hello, welcome back. In this next part, I'm going to cover something called Business Manager. Now, a lot of people don't know about this, and you really won't need to use this unless you are going to have multiple people managing your page, or different people using your page, or if you're going to have an agency help you with your page or let someone else run ads for your page, then you'll use the Business Manager. If you're going to be doing this 100% by yourself and alone, then you can skip this section about the business manager. So when you come into the business manager, you are going to see a screen. If you have not set up any business yet, you'll see a screen that looks like this. And then you can just scroll down to get started and click here, and then it'll take you through how to get one set up. Now, since I already have more than one set up, so I'm not going to walk you through that, and it's very easy. After you do that, then you'll have your different businesses that you're managing and working on. And actually, I'll go ahead and show you it. Now, on this one, I haven't spent any money, but if I had, the amount of money I spent would be shown here, and you can have it either show it by week or by month, and then you can select here and then select which month, and then here you can get you can compare it 2 different times to each other, so you can see how you did for the money spent and number of impressions that you got. And then if you scroll down here, you will see the page that when you first set this up, you had to choose a page that was going to be the business manager page, the main one, and you'll see that here. This will just show you the overview, and up here you can click on settings, and then this is where all the information, and this is where you're going to see and change and do everything, is in the settings tab. So the first thing that we'll look at is the people. And what this means is who can work on the different pages that you have added. And we'll do that next. These are the pages that you've added. And also who can use the different ad accounts that you've added. So if you are running accounts using more than one credit card, you will use different ad accounts. And if you're just using one credit card, you'll still use that ad account here. And then when you add people, you can say if you want them to have access to the ad account or not. And you can also designate different levels. So here's an example. When you add a new person, you'll enter their email, and you can enter their email that they use to sign up for Facebook or their business email, and then you can select if they're admin or employee. And then I'm not going to add one, you just click add people, and then they will receive an email notifying them that they've been invited to join this business page. And if they click accept, then their name will appear here, and you will see pages that they've been assigned to and ad accounts that they've been assigned to. And you can remove people from here as well, just as easily as you added them. So if you add someone and then you later want to remove them, you can do that here. So that is the People tab in the settings bar. Next one is Pages. Now this is where you're going to add the different pages that you're going to be managing with this account. And you can see here I've added just a bunch of different ones that I have created and done over the past. These are all personal pages, not ones for clients. And you can remove a page here. If you want to add a new page, you click add a new page, and then you'll either request access to the page or claim a page for My Business Manager. You can only do this if you own the page. If you're just working on someone else's page, then you have to request access to the page. Then you click next, and then you type the URL, the Facebook page URL that you want to request access to, and you click request access, and that person will get a notification saying that you would like to receive access to the page. And If they agree, then they add you, and then you can work on the page. And how you add a person to work on this page is first you would have had to have added a person here. And then after you've added a person there, then in your pages, you can assign who works on what pages. So if you want one person to work on this page, but another person to work on this page, then you can go ahead and assign which people work on which pages here in the pages section. So that is a pages section on how to add a new page and how to add a person to help manage a page. And you can see here the different roles for people that you can assign. You can assign page admin, page editor, page moderator, page advertiser, and page analyst. And those are all exactly what they sound like. Okay, next we get on to ad accounts. And here is where you can add your different advertising accounts. And if you've already been advertising with an ad account on Facebook, you can claim it here, and then you'll be able to use it inside the Business Manager. Or you can request access to another business's ad account if you're going to be working for another business. Or if you want to create a new one, then you just create a new ad account there, and then you click next and go through the process. It's very easy to set up. And then you can have multiple ones here. And if someone else is giving you access to theirs, like if you're managing a page, then you will see it here and you'll see all the information for it. And if you want to deactivate account, then the deactivate button is right here. If you want to let an agency use the account for advertising, then you'll click assign agency here, and the agency will give you their business ID number from Facebook, and I'll show you later how to find that. And then after they add the agency ID there, or you add their agency ID there, and then you click next, and then they will receive a request saying that you want to add their agency to your ad account. And then here you can say what people's position on the ad account are. So if you don't want someone to be able to spend money, but you want them to be able to analyze everything, then of course you'd set them as analyst. And again, these rules are all self-explanatory. And you can always click learn about the rules here to see the exact things what each one entails. Next, we go to apps. And if you have any apps, you can add them here. And again, the process is very simple. You just put your app ID. And if you don't have any apps right now, then don't worry about it. Most of you won't have any apps that you own that you're going to be adding to it. But if you're a developer and you have apps, then you can add an app here. So the next one is product catalogs, and you can request access to one that already exists. If there's a business that has a catalog that you want to work on it for them, then you can click that one, or you can create a new catalog. And then you just enter the name. Call this one shoes. Okay, now you have your catalog created, and then you can add your product feed here. And the product feed, you can give it a name, and then you'll add your feed URL there. If you don't know about your feed, then you won't worry about this. You can upload a file manually here. For the files, they can take a CVS or TXT. Payment methods is just that, how you're going to pay for the ads. And you can add the different type of credit cards. I'm sure you know how to pay for things online. I don't think I have to walk you through that. Now projects, this is where you can create a project and then assign different people to the project. So I'm going to do an example here. And then you can add different pages to the project. So for this one, I'm going to do this one, do two related to Minecraft. And then you can click the add account that you would be like to associated with the project. And I won't associate add account. And now you see the project here. And then you can assign assets like different pages or ad accounts or product catalogs. And that's how you create a project. Next we come to agencies, and how you add an agency is you come to info here. This is your business manager ID. Now, if you're going to be working on someone else's page and you want them to give them access to their page, then what you'll do is you'll copy this number and then you'll give it to them. And then you'll tell them to come over to pages, and on their primary business page, you can assign an agency here, and you just paste that number. You won't paste your own number, obviously, into your own page like I'm doing right here. This is just to show you what they're going to do on their page when they want to give you access. To give you access, they put your agency number here and then click next. It will let you manage their page on your business manager. And then you can also, if you want to create an ad and run an ad for them, create an ad either using the Power Editor or the Ads Creator, which I will cover in the ads section. But you'll be able to run ads for them as well once they give you access to the page through assigning an agency. So what shared logins is before, if you are using shared logins or gray accounts on Facebook, then you can easily transfer them over to the business manager just by clicking here, and then you add the email and password of the shared login and add shared login, and then you'll be able to use it the same as when you were using the shared login. Okay, so what request is if you have received any request from an agency or from a company that you are doing things for, then you will see it here and you can accept or deny it. And your info, this is your business manager ID. This will say your primary page. And if you want to permanently delete this, then you can do it here. Like if you decide you want to start over with everything new. And that is it for the main settings and the main things for the business manager. And you will see a little bit more about this later when we go into making advertisements, because you'll see where you can create ads from inside of here. So Facebook has recently updated the business manager. And so they have added a lot of very helpful and useful functions, and I'm going to show those to you now. Okay, so now they've added a little advertiser support thing, and that might be because they've gotten a very bad rap for having terrible customer support. Their response times were horrible. It was very, very difficult to get any kind of good answer to any question. And you can search on the internet and find all sorts of people complaining about Facebook customer support. So hopefully they're going to make a little bit of an effort to improve it. But even when you go to advertiser support, if you have any question or anything, you have to send them an email, and they promise to respond within 24 hours. So we're going to see if it's any better now. I hope it is. And some other things that you can do now. Now you can switch between your different accounts here, which is nice because before, if you wanted to switch accounts, you could not. Or you could, but you had to go back into Facebook and then open the business manager again and then select which account you used. And now here you have options on the side that weren't in the other version. So now you have the different settings as before, the people, pages, ad accounts, and all of these are exactly the same as when I showed you in the other videos, but now they're just all conveniently located in one spot. And you have the Ads Manager and Power Editor here. Ads Manager has also been updated, and I'll show you that. And now if you want to add a person or a page or an ad account or anything, it's here, easy to find. And if you want to claim a page or claim an ad account or claim an app, then you do it here. And to request access, you do it here. So you can see it is quite handy, and they've added some more insights up here as well. And so let's go over to the new Ads Manager. And now you can see here in the Ads Manager, now we have a different setup. So now you have all your ads here, and up here you'll have tools. And this is where you can look at your audiences or do the audience insights. And App Ads Helper, this is if you have apps and want to run ads on them and need help, then you can use this one. And your pixels will be here, and your pages and advertiser support again. You know, another interesting thing that we have is the columns, and you can switch it between these different ones, delivery engagement, video engagement, or you can customize them. And here as well, you will choose what is going to show up. So this is also very handy, so you can customize how you see things at a glance when you go onto your page. And you can export here. And to check out your reports and manage your reports, you can come here. And then you'll see the different reports that you have scheduled. And if you would like to save a new report, then you can do that there. Here we see we have the different filters that you can add. And you can select the dates here. And if you would like to create your own filter, you just go to Filters, Create New Filter, and then you can select how you filter. So you can say campaign name, contains or does not contain, and then enter what you want to filter out. Then if you want to add another filter, then you can do that. Delivery is approved, inactive, not delivering, completed. So you can see you can filter if you want to see which ads are deleted or scheduled or not approved, then you can easily filter them all out there. And if you decide you want to clear the filters, just go ahead and click there, clear. And if you would like to create a report, like before I showed you how to create a report and you had the option on the side for creating a report, now you'll have to go to the Power Editor. And then in the Power Editor, you can come here and go to Reporting. And now here you can create all your reports just like before. And for the moment, if you want to switch back, you can always click here to switch back, or you can go to your account settings, enter your password, and then one of the options will be to change the view. So after you enter your password, then you'll be here, and then you can turn off the new version of Ads Manager. And then you can turn it back on if you want later. So that is the new Business Manager. It's pretty cool and pretty easy to use, and I'll see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the training. And now I'm going to talk to you about audience insights. So to get there, there's two ways. You can either go to Manage Ads here, or you can go over here to Ads Manager. Both will take you to the same place. And then when you're here, you'll come over here and click on Audience Insights. Now, Audience Insights is a very cool thing in Facebook. When you start, you have three options. Everyone on Facebook, people connected to your page, or custom audience. Now, it'll start off with the default as United States. So if you're not in the US, you can change that one right off the bat. And if you want to enter a city as well, so let's say I'm a local shop and only want to target people in Penn. And let's say that my shop is pretty much for teenagers and young adults. So I would set my age to 18 to 30. Now this shows me here that in Cambodia, for that age, in this city, in this place, there is 1 to 1.5 million monthly active users, and then it will show the information about them here. This one is not always accurate for job title because I don't think that 76% of the youth in Cambodia are IT. Now this is another cool thing. It will show you the page likes and the top page likes and the top things that they like for this audience. So you can say here that the top categories are Legend Cinemas and Chat Time Cambodia and Brown Cafe. These are for the different categories. And then the general page likes are here. So that is very interesting. You can go through and see what kind of things they're looking at, what they like. Then location, because I set the location specifically to Phnom Penh, show it so it will show there. Then this one will show the activities and the devices that the people are using. And you can see that there's a lot on mobile and there's a lot on Android. So if you're doing mobile advertising, that comes in very handy. Now, the next thing that you can do is you can look at people connected to a page. So let's say if I want to see what people in this page are like, then I can click that. Now, the people on this page of mine from this age group shows I have 24.1K active monthly people on. So this is now just for that page. If the number is below 1,000, then it won't show any information. So let's remove that page and let's check another one of my pages that doesn't have enough people. You'll see here it says you have selected an audience of fewer than 1,000 people. So if you don't have 1,000 people on your page, then you won't be able to use the insights on it. And you can also see people not connected to your page. So if these are all the people connected to your page fit this audience, then it will show everyone that's not connected to your page their statistics. So when I get a new client and I want to tell them the numbers of the audience on Facebook that they can target and reach, this is a very good place to figure out the target audience for those people, because you can also add things like interest. So let's do, say, tennis. So now this is 45,000 to 50,000 monthly active people that show an interest in tennis in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. And then if you want to see the page likes of these people, you can see the top categories is sports tennis and tennis on Facebook, and the pages tennis and tennis on Facebook. And I can show you later how you can target specific groups. So if there's a tennis group that has a whole lot of people on it, how you can target those people with your ads. And that will come later in the ad section. So now if you want to create a new audience, which I will show you in the next video, you just click on here, create new, and then you create your audience. So let's say we wanted a custom audience, and then after you're done, you click on save, and then your audience is saved, and later you can use an audience in your ads on Facebook. So if here you go through and you set your target country and your target age group and the interest of your target audience, which is the page they're connected to, if they're connected to your page or not, and then the ads will either target the people connected to your page or not connected to your page, depending on what you put here. And then after you've created the audience, then you can always come back and check it later, because when you're in the audiences, you can come to custom audience and then select it, and then it will show you the stats for that audience. Now, if you live in the US, you can see the two household income earnings of your audience, and you can also see the purchase information of your audience. Now, this is only for US, it's not available in any other country, but you can see here that the information that you can get from the audience insights is excellent. So that's it for audiences. In the next one, we'll go through step by step and create one. Okay, so now that you've seen an overview of audiences, let's go ahead and create one for an advertisement. So for this one, let's say it is for a store that sells fishing gear and fishing supplies. And let's go ahead and leave it in the US, and we'll set it for St. Petersburg, Florida. And we'll leave the age like that. And now when we come down to interest, we're going to add fishing, then fishing rods, then bass fishing, and okay, now let's see. Right now we have in St. Petersburg, Florida, 25K to 30K active people that have showed an interest in any of these types of fishing. Okay, so after you have all your interest entered in, then you can select if you want anyone that's connected to your page or not connected to your page. So if you want one not connected to your page, then you can come down and select which one that you are doing the ad for. And then you can come down to advanced, and if you want to target people with specific behavior, you can do that as well here. And you have different options like language, relationship status, education, work, financial, home, market segments, parents, life events, politics. But really everyone loves fishing, so we can leave it for all of these because fishing applies to everyone in all of these sections. But just so that you know, you can add different things here to target more specific audiences. And then after you have your audience created, then you can save it and you give it a name and click on save. And then later when I'm showing you about the ads, you will see that audience and we'll use that audience for an example. So that is how to create an audience for an ad. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Now the other way that we can make a custom audience is by going to the Power Editor. Okay, and then when you're inside the Power Editor, you come over to Audiences. And then when you're in Audiences, you click Create Audience, and you can do one either from a customer list or from website traffic. Now, a customer list, all you're going to do is upload your file full of emails or Facebook user IDs, and it will automatically add all the users that the emails belong to your custom audience list. Or you can copy and paste all your emails from your list into here, and then it will upload them all for you and it'll create your list. And the last way you can do it from email is import from MailChimp. For website traffic, you are going to create a pixel, and I'll talk about the pixels a little bit later, but you just create a pixel here and then you copy and paste the pixel code onto all of your website pages, and then anyone that visits your website, Facebook will add them to your audience. So that is the other way that you can add an audience or create an audience that you can later target with ads. So that's it for audiences, and I'll see you in the next training. Okay, in this next section, we're going to be covering Facebook ads. And Facebook ads are pretty much the backbone of marketing on Facebook. Now, it's not exactly the backbone, but you really need to know how to run ads if you want to be a successful marketer on Facebook. You can have great engaging content, you can know all the tips and tricks for getting likes on your page, but knowing how to run proper Facebook ads is so powerful that all that other stuff that you learned, you can maximize the power and potential of it 10 to 100-fold if you properly use Facebook ads. So I'm going to teach you everything there is to know about Facebook ads. I'm going to teach you about dark post ads. I'm going to teach you about retargeting. I'm going to teach you about audiences. I'm going to teach you all about how to create custom audiences to run ads. I'm going to teach you about the Power Editor and how to use the Power Editor to create and manage ads. I'm also going to show you reporting and how you can easily create reports for your ads. And I'm going to show you how to benchmark and create benchmarks for yourself and compare it to the international standard. And I'm going to provide you with all the benchmarks for the top 25 countries and in all the major industries, and that will help you as you're setting your benchmarks and making sure that you're getting the most for your money out of your Facebook ads. All right, so there's a whole bunch to cover. Let's go ahead and get started with the Facebook ads. I'll see you in the next lecture. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I am going to cover ads, Facebook ads. Now to get there, you can either click on the Ads Manager here, or you can go up here and do Create Ad. Now there are different types of ads that you can do on Facebook. And the first one is Boost Your Post, and this means when you make a post on your page, you can boost it. And there's also a method that you can boost a post that doesn't show on your page, which is called a dark post. I'll teach you that in a later video. And then promote your page. This will get more likes for your page. Send people to your website. It's exactly that. If you have a website and you want people to check out your website, then you'll use this one. Increase conversions on your website. This one you can use retargeting pixels, and I'll also cover pixels and conversions. And this one is for getting installs of your app. And so if you have an app out there that you want people to install, use that one and increase engagement on your app. Raise attendance at your event. So if you've got an event and you want to get more people to come, then you'll use this one. Get people to claim your offer. That's also self-explanatory, and get video views. So out of all of these, you'll get the cheapest reach with get video views, because videos usually get a lot more reach than the others. So those are the basic ads, and we will go through and cover them in more depth in a later video. Okay, welcome back. Now I'm going to show you how to use a custom audience for an ad. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come to your audiences. Right, and then when you're in your audiences, you'll select your audience and then click Create Ad. Now let's say for this one we want to promote the page. Then you just select which one it is. So we'll go with Funky Fish, even though Funky Fish is not a fishing company and the audience we chose is fishing. This is just for an example. And then you can name your campaign here. It will already put one there for you. And then you make sure your account info is correct. And then your custom audience will be in here. You can see it's already added all of the interest and connections. If you want to change something, you can. And then if you want to make any small changes and save it, you can do it there. Then you come down here and you'll set your daily budget. You can either set it continuously or you can set an end date. Then here you can optimize for either page likes or clicks. So you can choose if you want more people to like the page or more people to click on it. You can set here if you want to set a target bid per like. If you know what you want to pay, then you can set it there, or you can set get the most at the best price. Okay, and next we have ad scheduling, and you can run your ads on a schedule if you have a lifetime budget. And then the last one is the ad set name. And here you can create your ad where you'll select which images or which videos that you would like to use. And then here you'll add your text that is going to show up above the ad like this. And it will show you in real time what the ad looks like here. And then you can see also what it will look like on the mobile newsfeed. And you can see what it's going to look like on the right column. So that's what your ad will look like. And then you can change the headline if you want in advanced options. Landing view is where when they click it, where they'll go. So either it'll go to your timeline or your photos. And I usually leave this set to timeline because then they can see the other post on the page as well. So that is how you use a custom audience to create a ad. And I didn't have to do it with page likes. I just used page likes for the example. Okay, one last thing that I should mention is that for the artwork that you're going to use for your ad, you cannot have more than 20% of the picture be text. So you can see here there's actually no text in this image, and these are the kind of images that Facebook likes best. And they say that according to statistics, people click on images with less text rather than more text. So you have to make sure that your image does not have more than 20% text, or else Facebook will reject it. And I'm going to show you a trick later how to sneak your way around this rule. But just keep in mind that you should keep your visuals less text rather than more text. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so the first type of ad I'm going to show you about is a page post engagement ad, or a PPE ad. And there are two ways to do a page post engagement ad. One is to come here and go to create an ad, which will bring you to this page, and then you just click on boost your post. The other way is to go directly to your page. If you use the Business Manager, then you'll have to click on Manage Page with Business Manager. If not, you won't have to do that. And then you come to the post that you want to boost, and you just click on Boost Post. And you can do a page post engagement ad that way as well. But for this one, I'm going to show you how to go through and do it using it this way. So to start, you just click Boost Post, then you select the page, and then you select your post that you would like to boost, and continue. And if you haven't added an ad account, then it will show this, enter your account info. And then here we come down to audiences, and you can see here on the right that it says your audience is broad, because right now we just have targeted all of Cambodia from ages 18 to 65. So to get the audience definition more specific, you have to add interests. So for this example, we'll just do shopping and fashion accessories. And if you're running your own ad, you will add more than one interest, but I'm just adding one for this example. So now my potential reach, you can see down here, is 1,900,000 people for targeting Cambodia, but now I need to set it to women because this is a women's store. And now we see it's down to 780,000 people. And it says here now my audience is defined. If you want to add behaviors, then you can add behaviors here as well, like if you're targeting travelers or people with specific digital activities. I'm not going to target behaviors for this ad. Then here you can say if they're connected to your page or connected to a friend of your page, or don't include people who like my page. And then you can do the same for apps and events. So this is very useful as well. And you can do advanced combinations as well by clicking here, and then you can do different combinations. And then you're going to set your budget, and then you can go ahead and leave this at post engagement. But if you would like to also try out with daily unique reach, impressions, and clicks, you can do those as well. But I suggest go ahead and leave it on post engagement to start off with. And then you can decide if you want to set your amount that the post engagement is worth, or just get it for the best price. And if you want to schedule your ads, you can as well. And then we come down here and we see what the ad actually looks like. So it shows our ad, and here's the text. And if you're wondering about the language, it's Khmer. I live in Cambodia and my clients are in Cambodia as well, so that's why it's there. And then you can review your order if you would like here. And if you don't want to review it, then you can place your order. After you place your order, then Facebook will review it. And if they think it's okay, then they'll approve it. And be sure to check out the section on the types of ads that Facebook does not allow, because that'll show you what to avoid so you don't get your account banned. Now I'm going to come down to where it says how much do you want to spend, and I'm going to change it from daily budget to lifetime budget. You can do this either way you want, but I usually do it this way, and I schedule my post for different start and stop times. And you don't have to do it this way, but this is just how I do it. If you want, you can also do a daily budget and then just set an end date, or you can set it to run continually until you stop it. So for my lifetime budget, I like to set it like that so I know exactly how much I'm going to spend completely on the ad, and I won't forget about it and later come back to find that it spent way more than I wanted to. And since this is just a demo, I'm just going to put $5 on this one. And then my start, most of the people are on my page in the evening around 6 o'clock. So I'm going to set this to 6 p.m. and I'll have it stop on Monday. Oh, and one more thing I'm going to change is the age, because this is a shopping, fashion, accessories, more targeting teenagers and young adults. So I'm going to change this one to about 30. And you see now our audience is 680,000. This is a local store, so I'm going to add the city, and now I'm at 600,000. And if I want to save the audience, I can save it here. I'm not going to, because I actually have a much more specific targeted audience group for this one on another account. I'm just doing this one for an example for you guys. And then I'll come down here, make sure everything looks right, and I'll change my ad set name. And I'd name it something that I'm going to be able to know right away, and also use the search filter for the reporting and filter out all of these. So for all my clients, I use this Funky Fish, so I use FF, so I know that this one is Funky Fish. Now I can add more details if I want, like earbuds. That way later when I'm looking at the different posts, I can see exactly how the different product post ads did. In it, you can't read it because it's Khmer, but it's basically asking them what they think this is. And the answer, of course, is earbuds. So we're trying to engage them by asking questions. Okay, then I'll place my order. And now an interesting thing that you can do, you can either continue or you can create a similar ad. Now what it's going to do is it's going to duplicate everything that you just did, but now you can change some things inside of it. So if you want to change the campaign, you can change it here if you want to make it a different campaign, or if you want to change the ad set, then you just change the ad set. And then you can just make small changes inside to where maybe you target a different interest, maybe you target different ages. That way you can start split testing and test different things and see what kind of conversions and results you get from the two different ads. And I really recommend doing this, because then you're going to be able to see and find an even more targeted audience than you did before. This one, for example, shopping and fashion, is very broad. I would probably want to narrow it down and make it more specific, or target people that I know are going to be more likely to come into the shop, because maybe not everyone in shopping and fashion ages 18 to 13 is into the funky look. Narrow down your target audience and get better performance on your ads by making duplicate ads. You see here I just created a similar ad. It's pretty much duplicate, except we change a couple of the settings inside. When it comes to interest and age or gender, we're going to leave the same, because for this one we're only targeting females, but maybe we want to target maybe a little bit younger than 30 only. Maybe we want to target more than just shopping and fashion. So we create another ad, and then you just review your order and place your order. And when you place your order, again, it'll ask you if you want to create a similar ad, and you can create as many similar ads as you want very easily. Just every time when you place your order, you click yes, create a similar ad. So that is the page post engagement type of ad, and that's how you use it and that's how you run it. And for page post engagement, I mentioned before, but I'll mention it again, always use photos or videos. Do not use links, do not use text. You won't get good engagement with just links and just text. So photos and videos are crucial. All right, that's it. And Okay, before I showed you how to boost a post using the Ads Manager, now I'm going to show you how to boost a post directly from a page. So the one I'm going to boost is this one here, and it's a video. And as I mentioned before, videos are very good for getting reach. You can see here I didn't promote it yet and I already have 5,220 people reached and 40 shares, 158 plus likes. So let's go ahead and boost it. Now you can see here I have a custom audience already saved for this one that I use for this customer. I recommend creating your own audiences and saving them so it's easy when you run the ad. Actually, let's do 60. Okay, so we just check over everything, make sure it looks good. You don't have much to check, but I'll show you later. We'll go in and we'll fine tune things. So let's go ahead and boost it. You'll just get this one that says we're reviewing your post, and then you click OK. Now after you do that, you're going to want to go into your Ads Manager, and we'll see here it's in review. You can see I made another post previous to this video and it's still in review as well. So let's go ahead and edit it. And the first thing that you're going to see is the ad set name, and then your overall ad set budget, how much is spent, and the start date. So go ahead and click on that. And now here, you're going to be able to adjust your targeting. But first we're going to edit our scheduling. To do a schedule, you have to have a lifetime budget set, which I do. And then we're going to go more options, run ad on a schedule. Now I'm going to want to run the ad when there's the most people active on Facebook and on my page. So to find that, I go to Insights, and you can see the Insights tab at the top of your page, and then Posts. And then you can see the different times that people are on your page. And so I can see here that I definitely want to be running the ad from at least about 7, probably all the way through till 11. Drops off a lot after 10, so maybe even like 10:30 or 11, it's okay. So I come back over here. We see my date goes from 15 to 21, so I don't have to worry about it. I can do every day. And we'll start from 7 o'clock until 11 o'clock. So now my ads are not going to be running from this time when there's a chance that people aren't going to be really seeing them. I mean, there's always a chance that people are going to see them, and there's always people that are on Facebook, but also this is kind of early and this is kind of late for people to be looking at product ads. So for pricing, I'm going to go ahead and change it to get the most views for the best price. Optimize for video views. Of course, this is a video. We can see our estimated daily reach here, which is pretty good. Then we can check out our targeting, and I'm going to edit some of the interest because not all of these would apply with this camera. For example, underwater photography would not. So I'm going to go down and find underwater photography and remove it. But all the other ones, it fits because all the other ones are just basic photography keywords. And everything looks good. So we are going to save it. Your changes have been saved. Continue. So that one we were just looking at is the budget, schedule, and optimization. And then here we have target and placement. And let's go ahead and check out that to make sure our targeting and placement is correct. So we have our pricing and targeting, and we double check everything, make sure it's on mobile newsfeed and desktop newsfeed. If it ever asks you if you want to show it on the right hand column, always say no. That it doesn't get as much engagement and exposure and actions as mobile newsfeed and desktop newsfeed. And go ahead and leave it on all mobile devices unless you're specifically targeting an Apple product or something related to Android or something like that. And then we save it and continue. And if you want to check it out, you can click it and it will show you the ad and what it looks like. And then here you're going to see the performance of the ad when it is approved and when it starts running. Now what I'll do, I forgot to change the name before, so I'm going to change the ad set name to my customer's abbreviated initials, what I use when I'm searching to create reports. I know that if I use specific ones for different people and for different clients, then I can always easily search and find all of the ones that I need for them. So for this one, it's the product, and save that. And now I'll go to my campaigns and I will change the name and I will save it. And that is it. Now I just have to wait for my advertisement to be approved and then it will start running. And so those are the things you need to keep in mind when you're setting up your ad, running it directly from your page. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments section, and I'll see you soon. So the next type of ad that we're going to look at is to send people to your website or to any website URL. And it's very easy. When you're in the Ads Manager, you select Create Ad and then Send People to Website. And then here you type the website that you would like to send traffic to. For this example, I'll use my website. Now for this, choose a pixel. You will learn about that when you learn about conversions and how to track conversions. And so you don't need to worry about this if you're just sending them to your squeeze page. But if you want to track people that go to the sales page and then check out on the checkout page, then you can add a pixel to see how many people actually checked out, and you can track that. But I'll cover that in a later section. Now here you can change the name of the campaign if you would like. And a lot of this is the exact same as in the last ad that I showed you how to make, the PPE ad, page post engagement ad. So you can just follow all the other stuff from the page post engagement ad, except here, when you're creating your ad, you can also put multiple images in one ad. And to do that, you just click here. And then when you put all the different images, which should be 600 by 600 to fit correctly in the window, then all the images will scroll through in the ad. So if you have 3 images, then the 3 images will scroll through in the ad section. So here's an example. They would be the ads here, the pictures here. This is good if you have a bunch of different products that you want to put, like if you have 3 different shoe colors, or if you have 3 different related things, then you can put the 3 different images in there. For this one, we'll just do a single image ad, and then you select your image and you make sure to write your headline and your text. You can also add a call to action button to it. So remember the call to action button that you added to your page before. If you have a URL linked to that call to action button, you can use a call to action button in the ad as well. And then you should add a newsfeed link description, which is just telling people why they should visit your page. And then you'll be able to see your ad for the mobile newsfeed, for the right column, and for the audience network. And so you can preview how your ad will look on each one of those. And I am not going to place this order because I don't have any creatives to run this ad, and I haven't created any audience for this one either. It's very, very similar to the page post engagement, except this one, it's sending people to the website. When I say it's similar, meaning a lot of the information that you have to fill out is exactly the same, and you can still see the estimated daily reach and the audience definition and the potential reach here. And then you can place the order, and then again, when you place the order, you can choose to create another ad similar, and it will create a duplicate ad, and then you can go through and change different interests and different things inside if you want, just to test different results for the different ads. Also, in your split testing, if you want, you can use different creatives, and you should use different creatives just to see what people are reacting to the most and what you're getting the most conversions from. Now, one thing that I'd recommend that you do when you do clicks to website, I recommend you set a retargeting pixel on your page, and all you have to do is copy the retargeting code and then put it on the page, your web page that you put here. And then every time someone visits your website, you'll be able to retarget them specifically with ads later on Facebook. And again, you'll see that in the retargeting section. I highly recommend, if you're going to send people to your website, go ahead and throw a retargeting pixel on there, because retargeting makes up for a whole lot of sales and it is extremely powerful. If you haven't done retargeting before, then you should start to look into it, and definitely pay attention to my lectures in this training on retargeting. So that's it on clicks to website, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so now the next type of ad I'm going to show you about is the increased conversions on your website one. This one, you'll need a conversions pixel for this one. And so basically what this is going to do is it's still going to drive traffic to your website, just like the ad send people to your website, just like this one. But now you'll have to use a conversions pixel to track the conversions on your page, since the ad is specific for conversions. And so what you're going to have to do first is come into the ads manager for your account, and then go to conversion tracking, and then in conversion tracking, create a pixel. And then you're going to say what type of action you want to measure. So if the conversion that you want is checkouts, then you do that. If it's registration, then that, leads, key page views, adds to cart, and other website conversions. So you just click that one, then you name your pixel. I'm not going to make one because I already have one to use for this example. And then you come over to your ad, you put your website. If it was a specific page that you want to send people to, like a specific landing page, then be sure to put the extension in there. And then you choose your conversion pixel. So you see I already created one for this example. And then you just click continue. And the first thing you'll see is you can rename your campaign name if you want. And everything is very, very similar to the website ad one, except here you see it's optimized for website conversions. On the other one, it was clicks, website clicks, or just website visits. So this one is optimized for website conversions, and your conversion pixel that you created is going to track your conversions, and then you're going to be able to see how many people you converted on each of those days. And after you create your pixel, you can rename it here, email it to someone here, view the code, which you'll have to do that, and then you copy the code and paste it onto the page that has that you're driving the traffic to. And then if you want to delete it, you can delete it here, and then also you can come over here and you can create an ad from it, or you can link it to an active ad, or create a lookalike audience, or share the pixel. So then back on your ad, again, you can do multiple ad images or a single image, just like the one for the website in the last video, and everything is very identical to the other one, except like I mentioned, you now are optimized for conversions and you're forced to use a conversion pixel. And then again, you can, after you place your order, I'm not going to place this order because I don't have any creatives to use for it. But after you place your order, just like in the first ad that I showed you, you can easily just click the button that says create similar, and then it will duplicate it, and then you can go in and change different interest if you would like. And again, that would be for split testing. So that is how you set it up to track your website conversions. And then again, when you want to check out your conversions, you can go over to your conversions tracking page in the ads manager. And then it will have all of your conversion pixels. If you get this message here that says one or more of your pixels aren't verified yet, I created a pixel and put it on a page that didn't have any traffic just so you could see this. It means that you have a pixel on a page, but you haven't gotten any actions on it at all. So if there's a conversion pixel for opt-ins and you didn't get any opt-ins, then it's not going to show the pixel as working. You have to send a few people or even just go yourself and do it once just to activate the pixel. So that's it for conversion tracking and also for website conversions, and I'll see you soon. Okay, now we're going to cover retargeting. And retargeting is when someone has visited your website and you want to target the same people that visited your website later with Facebook ads. So to do this, you'll come to audiences again, and then in audience, you will create an audience and you're going to do website traffic. Now here you have the options: anyone who visits your website, people who visit specific web pages, people visiting specific web pages but not others, and people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time. So if there is someone who visited your page and you select this one, then that means everyone that visited your page, you're going to be able to retarget them with ads. Next one, people who visit specific web pages. This one is for if you want to make sure that it's only on specific pages that you have the pixel. For example, your conversion page. Like if you have a pixel that's only buyers that will have gone to that page, then you can use that. So you can create a specific buyer's audience. And you can set this up to 180 days. And you can either include past web traffic or starting from the current date. And you give your audience a name. Actually, let's just fill that out. So people who visited specific web pages, and then here URL equals, and let's just make it 4. All right, and you can see there that you can add more than one page on your website, but you'll have to have pixels on all the pages that you want to create audiences for. So for this one, we'll just do test, delete it, so I know to delete it later. Okay, now you click create audience. And then it says, thank you for creating a custom audience. Your audience is ready. But you see here it's too small. That's because you haven't added the pixel to the page yet. So now you select the audience, and to get the pixel for the audience, you click actions and then view pixel. Now you do that and you're going to get your pixel code here, and then you can copy that and paste it to the different pages of your website that you want to create audiences from the website visitors. Okay, so after you have some traffic to your page, I'll show you down here. This is one I added to one of my websites the other day. And so since yesterday I've had 100 hits on this one. And if I want to use this one in an ad, then in the ads manager, when you create an ad, you have the option for using a pixel. So say I want to promote my page to people that have visited my website. this one. See, it says audience, and then here is my Kite website retargeting. So there's only 100 people in that one, so the CPC, or the cost per click, will be very high. And on a budget of $10 a day, it's going to reach fewer than 100, and probably reach very few people with that one because it's a very small audience. So you want to have at least a couple hundred people in your audience in order to run ads. So when you select your pixel here, then it's going to make sure that only ads are served to the people that were on your website. And you can do it again with any type of ad. I just did this with page likes, but you can use pixels with any of these type of ads and then retarget people. Okay, so that is how to retarget. And again, after you have created your audience, you're going to put your pixel code onto your website page, and you get your pixel code here, and you're just going to copy and paste this onto your website somewhere between the head and your website code. If you don't know how to do that, it's also easy to do it in WordPress, and if you need WordPress training, I provide that on my website, digitalsolutions.website. All right, so if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Okay, now the next one I'm going to show you very quickly is raising attendance at your event. So to do this, first you're going to have an event, and it is very easy to make one. You just click here and event, and then we'll just call this one test event. If you have a link for your tickets to purchase tickets, or if they're free tickets or anything, you can put a link here. Then don't forget to set the event date. It'll tell you the weather. You don't have to do anything about that. If you want to set it so only admins can post to the event wall, click there. If you want to narrow the audience by gender, relationship status, education, interested in, and that's not interest, that means like interested in men or women. So you could do gender male, interested in male, if you're targeting that type of demographic. And we have age, location, and language as well. When you create an ad for it, you can also, of course, add all of the interest for a normal ad. So now we have our event. Now let's go back over to our ads. And when we refresh the page, you can see here, test event shows up because it's our only event on the pages right now. And you click continue. And the rest is pretty much creating an ad just like normal with your custom audience if you would like. If you've created a custom audience, you can use a custom audience for it. Location, age, interest, behavior, everything as before. Then here we have connections. So of course, since this is an event, you're going to leave it on events. And I would recommend excluding people who are going unless you want to give them a reminder. But remember, you're going to be paying for these. And if you'd like to save this special event audience, you can set your budget, optimize for event responses. Make sure you do not change that. Here you can add up to 6 different pictures, and it will create different ads using the different pictures. Now, it won't spend more money outside of your budget. All of these ads will run on the same budget, so you don't have to worry if you add 6 extra pictures that it's going to go cost you any more money. And here it says it's incomplete, so you have to write more than that, obviously. And then again, you have your previews here. The only reason it says my ad may not be approved is because I have no picture for the event. And Facebook wants you to have a picture if you're going to be running an ad. You can see your recommended image sizes here. It's 1200 by 444. And then you just place your order. And that's it. That's how to create and promote an event using Facebook ads. Okay, welcome back. The next thing that we are going to cover is the Power Editor. To get to the Power Editor, you go to Manage Ads, and then down here on the left, you will see Power Editor. Okay, now on your Power Editor, you have different options up here at the top. Download to Power Editor means that you are going to download all of your campaigns from a certain ad account. So you see here I have 3 different ad accounts attached to my profile. So if I want to download all of the ads for one, then I just click download ad accounts, and then it will start downloading all of the accounts and ad sets and campaigns and everything. And then when it's finished downloading, you'll have all your ads and your ad sets and your campaigns. And then you can go through and you can check those out. And on the right hand side here, you can see what each ad was for. And you can see the daily budget and the total lifetime budget. And you can see all the informations for all of your ads. So if you'd like to add a new campaign, or if you would like to create a new ad set for a campaign, or if you'd like to create individual ads for a different ad set, then you just click here and you can do it. And then you can see here that you can either use an existing campaign that you already have going, or you can create a new campaign special for that ad. And then you give your ad a name and your ad set a name, and then you create it. Then you can edit, you can see and edit that ad that you created. You can also change the statistics from lifetime to last 7 days, yesterday, and custom, where you set your own dates that you want to see the results. Okay, and so then you can also come up here and you can select Manage Pages, and then that will show you all of your different pages, and then you can go through and select per page and see all the different posts for each of those different pages, and you can see reach and engagement and people talking about that as well. Okay, you can create ads as well. So you just select the page that you want to create an ad on, and then you click on Create Ad. Or you can also create a post directly from here by doing Create Post. And like I showed you before, you can also create a dark post from here, which means it's just an ad and it's not going to be published on your page. So that is another handy thing about the Power Editor, is you have easy view and access if you have multiple pages. And if you are handling other people's accounts, then you're definitely going to be using the Power Editor. Now the next thing that you can do is manage your account groups. You can also deactivate your account here, and you can click on For Report, and it will take you to the reporting section where you can create a report. But I will cover this in the reports section of the training. So let's go back to the Power Editor. And so you saw up here you have Manage Pages and Manage Account Groups, and then you can select which of your accounts that you would like to use with the Power Editor. And then over here you have the campaign dashboard, and you can see all of your active campaigns and how much you've spent on each one. And you can also see your budget. And then after that, you have your image library, and you can see all of the different images that you have added to the different pages, and you can upload more images here as well. And then our custom audience pixels, you can see all of your pixel information here. I don't have so many on this account. And then after that, we have conversion tracking. And if you created a pixel to show you conversions, then you will see all of the information for each of your conversion pixels here. And what a conversion pixel is, it's the code that you put on the page where people go after they've purchased something from you. So if they've purchased something, then they get sent to a page, and then they pick up this conversion pixel, which shows that that one is a buyer. You can also use conversion pixels if you're just trying to get opt-ins. You can put a conversion pixel on the page they get redirected to after they've opted in. That way you can track them and target them with ads later. You can also create a new pixel from here, and you can say what type of action you want to measure. So you can say checkout, registration, leads, key page views, add to cart, other website conversions. So you select which one you want, and then you create your pixel name, and then just click create pixel. And then after you've created the pixel, you can easily come over here and create an ad, or you can link it to an active ad. So if you've already running an ad and then you want to link a pixel to it, then you can do it here, or you can create an ad special that will use the pixel and it will target the people that have picked up that pixel. And when I say picked up the pixel, I just mean they visited your website and the pixel triggers a cookie and they get a cookie. If they clear their cookies, then it won't track it. Now the next thing that we have is reporting, and I'm going to go over this in a full section about how to create a report. We'll be covering this a little bit later. Then the next thing we have is billing and account settings. Now billing, there's something that is very interesting for you, for everyone who's going to be marketing on Facebook, and that is the billing threshold here. And you can set your billing threshold or request a billing threshold, and that will be how much you can spend before they bill you. So that means here they'll bill me after I've spent $1,000 in ads. And you can also set a account spending limit here so that no one can accidentally spend too much money. If you've given other people access, or even if you want to make sure that you don't spend too much, then you can set your limit here. So the billing threshold is something that is very interesting for a lot of people. So after billing is account settings, and I'm not going to go there because it's all self-explanatory. It's just your basic account information that you can adjust there. So that is the Power Editor, and as I said before, it can be very handy for creating ads and creating campaigns, and also reviewing posts and reviewing pages and reviewing your statistics very quickly and easily from a single location. So get comfortable and explore and start using the Power Editor, because it comes in handy when you're marketing. All right, welcome back. So since I had made the last videos about the Power Editor, Facebook has made some changes to it, so I'm going to show you the new Power Editor. So we'll go to my Business Manager. Now here you can see on the side we have Business Settings, and here you can look at all the different settings, but the one we're going to be looking at is the Tools. Power Editor. Alright, so here we are inside the new Power Editor, and I'll start from the left side. On this side we can now easily switch between our campaigns, ad sets, and ads, and we still have the create campaign here, and we can also create an ad set or an ad. And again, we have the search, so if we want to search by campaign name, we can add our filters here, and they are categorized in a drop-down menu. And this will take you to the audiences that we looked at previously, and your image library is here if you want to upload your images or see the images that you had uploaded for ads in the past. They'll be there. And you can come here for reporting and page post and tools. Now the stats over here that it's going to show is going to be by lifetime by default, but you can change it to whatever you want. And you still have the download to Power Editor and upload changes. And then over here we have the list settings, and so you can see what it's going to list out, and you can switch between your campaign columns, your ad set columns, and your ad columns. So you can see all the same things from the previous Power Editor are still there. They just have a different layout now, and now you can access your billing directly through the Power Editor, and your account groups and your account settings and your pixels, and then your campaign dashboard. And for page posts, In page post, you'll be able to see all your different page posts, and then you have your pages on the side. Scroll down through all of your pages, and you can select which one you want and then check out the stats on it. So you just click on the page that you want, and then it will show you all of the posts that were created, and it will show you the reach and engagement and the different stats on the side as well. You can also select how many posts per page, up to 250. I'm not going to do that because it'll take a while to load. And then if we go to reporting, you can see that the reporting is the reports that you had before. And if you want to create a report, easily create one here. And the breakdown is if you want to segregate by age, gender, country, region, you can set the time frame that you want the report for, and you can set the columns that you want, either performance, delivery, engagement. So let's go with engagement for this one, and then we can say what level we want it to show it. So we can say ad set level if we want, and then it'll show the individual ad sets. And if we wanted even to go as far down as to the ad level, then we can see each of the individual ads and what the results were on each of them. And it's cool that it shows you a little display so you can easily see what your ads were. And now you can save reports and you can export it as well. Here's the export button. So this is a handy little thing that they've added to the Power Editor, which makes reporting pretty easy, and it'll put them all in your report section so you can go through and see all of your reports at a glance. And then you can also go back through and you can delete them if you want, or you can export them again very quickly right here. And I don't need to talk about the audiences because it's the same as before. Basically, this video is just to show you the new layout and functions of the new Power Editor. So if you run into any problems on the Power Editor, or if you have any questions, then be sure to let me know. And that's it for this video. I will see you